What is going on, everyone?
Hello.
We are back with the Pound and Slash Marvel Media Podcast. I'm Slash.
I'm Pound, and we in this bitch.
We in this. You're not supposed to cuss for the first minute. Stop it. All right. So, super excited. This is something I've been excited to talk about, well, to watch
for a minute
for a while.
since last year, since
they first announced it.
Mm-hmm.
Even more excited once we started getting details about it. So they announced a while ago, late last year, I think, mid to late last year,
yes,
that they were doing a Halloween special called Werewolf by Night. Now, they didn't say anything about it. They just mentioned it. And I was like, a Halloween special in the MCU? That is so dope.
It is, yeah. Somewhere in the
MCU
it's here.
Of course, we had speculations on what we thought it was going to be and what was going to be involved. And I had even mentioned back then, I was like, it'd be really cool for them to finally get Elsa Bloodstone.
You go back and you can find our recent videos, like he talked about that for
not recent.
Or not recent. My bad. Dang. He said recent vid, he's like, no, we talking about a year ago. Like he said, he speculated he wanted Elsa Bloodstone to be in this, whatever this is they were trying to do.
Elsa Bloodstone is probably in my top 5 personal favorite heroes in Marvel. She's not a hero in the sense of Iron Man, Spider-Man, stuff like that.
Right.
She's very much set in the darker side of Marvel. Think almost Van Helsing-ish, but for Marvel.
Right.
And then we got our first trailer.
Yeah.
A couple months ago.
Came right behind Secret Wars, didn't it?
I don't know.
Or I thought it behind that. Okay.
But we watched it.
It looked good.
And it was super dope.
Yeah, I didn't.
We seen that they were running with a black and white old school
and that was
horror
good.
movie motif.
Right.
And it got me excited for it. Now they hadn't announced the characters yet; they just showed the people. But some more information started becoming revealed, and we found out that one of the characters was, in fact, Elsa Bloodstone.
And you jumped for joy. I was oh man,
fucking joy! And
he was like Ralph.
I love that she's starting to be more included in things.
Right.
And what I mean by that is, a year and a half, 2 years ago, I don't remember how long ago it was now, and I haven't used her a whole lot yet in it, but they put out Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 on the Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
And I got it, and she was one of the characters in that, and I was super stoked because I was like, I'm just excited for her to be included in something like this because she's not a huge Marvel character.
Right. You when you explained it to me, I was like, oh yeah, she's really not. She is a character. She does do things, but she's not as big, like I said, like Cap or Spider-Man, Iron Man. But she is part of it.
She's on the werewolf vampire side of...
Right, she fights like the Knight, I guess. Right.
She's done stuff with Blade and Ghost Rider.
Which I hope they... please let that... Now that I would like to see. Now that I've seen the character, I would like to see her in Blade, actually.
And...
I wouldn't mind that, actually, to see that.
We see the trailer, we see the preview, and everything is super dope. And then all of a sudden there started being rumors that Man-Thing was in it.
Whoa.
And we were like, yo.
Right.
That would be so cool to see.
Because we talked about that right as we went home. I said, there's rumor that Man-Thing is in the series. That somehow, which he should be. That actually would fit the mold easily for that character.
So, and of course, it comes out Friday.
Right.
Funnily enough, all of us forgot that it would come out. Which is weird. We're usually on top of this shit.
That's fucked up. That's when Hellraiser came out.
We get a message from Justin.
Right.
One of our coworkers. And he tells us, he's like, hey guys, the Werewolf by Night was really good. And I'm like, holy shit, I forgot all about it.
Right, I came to you, I said, bro, did you see it? He said, no. I said, okay, dang.
I get to work, and the first person I see actually in work is Damien.
Right.
And I was like, dude, did you notice that Werewolf by Night's out? I forgot that it was supposed to be out. He was like, no way.
Yeah.
And so he didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. Ralph comes in, he's like, did you watch it? I was like, no. He's like, neither did I.
Okay, because I was like, oh my god.
And I was at that point, I was like, okay, so we're not going to record tonight.
Because we had to watch
because everybody's got to go home and watch this shit.
At least watch it, damn. Right.
So we all went home, watched it on our individual time. And Justin was hyping this thing up. And let me tell you straight up, when other people start really hyping stuff up that I know, I get weary about it.
Because you know it may not be good.
Because I don't want to take them at their word and then it just absolutely suck to me.
Because it could have been something. Yeah.
But yeah, I started watching it. I was, quote unquote, at the edge of I was laying on my bed.
I was invested. I was like, oh, this is good.
But I was quote unquote at the edge of my seat. I was into it. It was really, really good.
Yeah. It's something different. Like, holy shit. Like, this is interesting.
It was everything I ever wanted.
Right.
I have one very minor complaint.
Okay.
And one just normal complaint that we will get into here in a little bit.
Right.
But none of it is because of the movie or show itself.
No, because it was not bad. It was not bad. It's actually good.
So with that being said,
all right,
we're gonna go over this like we would normally go over movies.
And we're gonna tear this sucker too.
So the first thing we're going to talk, we are gonna tear it. The first thing we're going to talk about. Matter of fact, you guys get a tier episode this week. You get a tier episode next week. You get a tier episode the week after.
Oh god, we gotta go back to Iron Man. Fuck.
Yeah, but it's the end of it. It's the last 5
episodes.
The last 5
episodes. Yeah, I forgot about Iron.
So we're gonna be tearing things 3 weeks in a row.
Mm-hmm.
That is maybe even 4, depending on what Ralph draws at the end of that Iron Man one.
Oh god, please let me not draw. What? I'm gonna draw some stupid. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Our little Spider-Man box. I need to fix that one.
It's gonna be a shitty one too. Just season 2, Super Friends, or yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so with all that being said, the first thing we're gonna talk about is the acting.
Yep.
And let me tell you this.
It was good.
The acting in this was fantastic. I had never heard of the lady playing Elsa. She did a fantastic job.
Right.
I don't know who any of these people are. Not one person in this show have I seen on anything that I recognize. I looked up the actress that plays Elsa Bloodstone. I don't remember what her name is. I'm not going to sit here and look it up now.
Right.
But she's in a bunch of shows I'd never seen.
Right.
She's a TV show actor.
Right.
Actress. Whatever.
But yeah, she's somewhat kind of known, but I guess what's her first role as a Marvel person?
Yeah, and I don't watch TV shows very often, so I'd never heard of her, never seen her, nothing.
But she commanded it quickly though.
She
took over.
The lady that plays her stepmom,
killed that too.
She did so well. I wanted to slap her.
She played the most. That's one of the most evil villains ever, man. Like holy shit. She's like, how dare you?
And then all the other, and obviously the only character that wasn't in costume was Man-Thing. Man-Thing was definitely a CGI character, as he should be because of how monstrous he is as a character. But yeah, the acting in this was absolutely phenomenal.
From the time they walked in and the time they showed the stone, just every acting was like blow for blow good, man. I got to give it to it. And then even the cinematography too. I mean, no, we're still acting, but just like the way how they viewed everything was black and white then, but that stone was the only thing that was red. I thought that was good too. But
now the next thing we're going to talk about is the effects.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this.
Whew. That was like some top 9 effects. Holy shit.
This movie, the special, was as good as it was because of the black and white.
Yep.
Black and white allows Marvel to do things that they can't normally do and keep the rating that they have. Because it's in black and white, we had way more gore in it.
Yeah, we did.
There was blood, there was the decapitation.
Whoa.
And they were able to do it and still keep it TV-14 because it's not in color. If it was in color, this would have easily been at least
TVMA.
At
least, right. Especially when he went, he ripped that neck, and you just, like, you see the blood go to the camera, like, oh my god.
And now I have a thing to beg Marvel for. Please make Marvel Zombies black and white.
Ooh, yeah, do that.
If that's what you have to do to give me the gore that I need to match with the things going on.
Yeah, you have my money.
If you're not going to take it TVMA, put it in black and white. Because if that allows you to do the things where you're ripping people's flesh off their bodies, decapitations and things along that nature, keep this stuff black and white.
Yeah.
And I've got no problem watching it in black and white.
I will watch that bitch like a mug. I will watch it right there, all the way through. But yeah, highlighting the actual bloodstone in red
was a really, really nice
Right,
touch.
there was no better except for that little thing there. That was the only thing that was red.
Man-Thing actually looked really good.
Yeah,
some
but
of the
first time
best
he showed up.
CGI I've seen them do in a Marvel movie.
The way how he moves his eyes too. Oh man.
And even
Gave him emotion.
The last like 30 seconds of the show is in full color.
Right.
So even in color, when they show Man-Thing,
he still looks good.
He still looks really, really good.
He looks menacing. Like he really looked like a threat. Actually, goddamn.
Or Ted. His name is Ted.
Ted. Right. What the hell was that? I guess.
But yeah, the action scenes were really, really nicely done. Again, with all the gore and everything that they did.
Him taking out them guards. Jeez.
His transformation into becoming a werewolf, which they didn't show it in full detail, but they showed enough for you to be like, okay, this is actually.
And then watching Elsa Bloodstone's terror. Like that, and I like I said, oh, that's the trailer. She's just freaking the fuck out. Like, see that right there, enough with the shadow and the terror. Hey, you got my vote.
You want to know what the only thing that made me mad about that part was, though?
What?
You know she's skinny enough to fit through them fucking bars. Why did she sit there? Anyways.
Spend this power right on your expensive computer. I got to pay you. And I'm not trying to pay nobody today, man. Why?
It's a $1,600 computer.
It is $1,600 computer, you son of a bitch. He's like, I can see you now. Hey, that was cool and all, but hey, yo, I got a question. You know you could have just slid right through that bitch, right? Hey, yo, you need to go home. Why are you here?
So then,
you gotta go home then.
The next thing I do want to talk about, because again, there's not a whole lot that.
Yeah.
It's a 55-minute episode, so
but it didn't seem like that was though. Shit.
Sound was done really well.
Yep.
All that stuff. The last actual section to talk about is the story, and this is where we're going to spend most of our time.
Yeah.
The story was a story I was not expecting, but was glad we got it. So it was a good thing.
Right.
And this is where spoilers come into play.
Yeah, we're
so
spoiling that bitch. We're spoiling it.
Sorry about
There we go.
This is where we're
going to start right from the beginning.
Now, her dad passes away. Ulysses, I think his name is Ulysses Bloodstone.
Bloodstone.
If I remember correctly.
Yes.
And apparently she's been estranged from her family for a while.
Right.
And stepmom doesn't like him. Michael doesn't like her.
Yeah, she doesn't.
And feels that she abandoned the family.
Right.
And
trust me, it'll show. If you watch it will show.
Since he passed away, they were doing, and she hasn't been around, they did a quote-unquote tournament of sorts.
Which this was crazy. Like, what?
On how they can get the Bloodstone.
And she's just naming off all the kills, too. 20 kills, 30 kills.
And whoever wins this little... Basically, whoever kills the monster that this Bloodstone gets attached to, they get the Bloodstone, they become the leader of whatever group this is.
Right.
But
along with killing each other.
It's also open season.
Right.
For each other. Which was really dope.
Right. I was like, damn.
And they have so many people. Like 7 or 8 people involved in this. Elsa is involved. She has like no kills under her belt. She's just the daughter, so she's able to take part in it.
And they did not like that. They were like, well, how come she get to get part of this? Like, what?
And yeah, nobody was happy about that.
She's just like, I just want to claim what's rightfully mine. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, this bitch about to be fodder.
Right. And then, what else was it? There was another guy.
There's a big dude.
He was like a big Scottish guy.
Right. He was very techie with some shit too. Like,
he had the most kills out of.
Right.
Well, he had
second most kills because that came from that white dude with the dark eyes, the dark eyes.
The guy that came in, he had like markings on his face,
right,
and,
and like pale eyes. Yeah. He had like
100 and something.
100. Even he was surprised. He was like, "Really? Like, did you not know you had 100 kills, sir?" Like, yes.
And then there was like a lady, some sort of wishblade.
Right.
And then
I think that was.
There
was an Asian dude.
There was
an Asian cross Asian Chinese dude.
And so they all had no weapons going into this.
No, they was just there.
There were weapons spread out throughout the garden, and basically everybody was working together to hunt. Well, not working together, working against each other, but still hunting down this creature.
Which that was crazy because when I first looked at it, I was like, "Wait, aren't they working together?" I had to rewind.
Like they're all part of the same
They're
group.
not working together. No, they're not. Holy shit!
They're not working together.
Wow, that threw me off. I mean, I was all for it. I was cool with it. Did I just kick that bitch? My bad.
Yeah, please don't.
Okay.
Like I literally put that there so that we wouldn't kick it.
And I kicked it anyway. I saw where his eyes went to, and I was... My bad. That's how I thought we were. But yeah, like I thought they were working because I rewinded. I was like, oh, they're not working together. So along with killing the monster or killing, I guess a monster that's there with the stone or that stone tracks to, and everybody targeted her, and they showed it. They really showed that they were trying to kill each other.
Now, what was really cool, this being titled Werewolf by Night, they almost make you think they're hunting a werewolf. Like that's what they're going to be hunting.
I thought that was the thing for like a brief second.
But it turns out the monster that they're hunting is Man-Thing.
Man-Thing, and that's crazy.
We find out that the dude that has the most kills is actually friends with Man-Thing.
Right, I thought he got grabbed by something. Like he's about to die.
And he's trying to get Man-Thing out of the thing. He's like, look, I'm trying to get you out of here.
Gotta get you out this thing, bro. You got to go.
At that point, we shift over and we see Elsa kind of walking through. She runs into him before he runs into Man-Thing.
I know what happened to the big guy. He died. Man-Thing killed him. He grabbed him by the hand and he did some energy shit. Yeah. Okay. Damn.
All of us couldn't remember what happened.
Bro, I was like, yeah, what happened? He was the first killed by him. He was grabbed him and then he disintegrated him. So, yeah. I don't remember that shit.
She runs into the guy that has the most kills, and they just have a little conversation.
Right.
And he's like, how about we just walk past each other? And she goes, huh?
Right.
And he's like, why don't we walk past each other? At that point, she grabs him, pulls him, and as she pulls him, you see this big axe come into the camera where his head was going to be.
Right.
And it's the big guy with the axe.
Right.
For whatever reason, dude with the most kills disappears.
Right. Yeah.
And Elsa gets into one of the best fight scenes I've seen in a long time.
She's like fighting two people. Damn. She's like the other guy. Did she fight the other person?
And she's fighting the Scottish dude with this huge axe, and she is whooping his ass. He gets like one really good hit in.
Yeah, a good one.
With his axe. But like she does this cool little leg takedown thing.
Yeah, that was weird.
And puts like, oh dude, she was whooping some ass, and I was so excited to see that happen.
And then he said, "You're gonna die tonight, young one," and because she got the whole point. She was trying to get away from him until she got with the Asian dude.
Yeah, so she runs away from him and then
just to bump into the Asian.
Runs into the Asian dude.
She cut that man's head.
And
oh my god,
they get he reaches through this door,
right.
And she slams the door on his arm and holds it there, and then grabs the axe that she took from the big dude and chops his hand off.
I was like, good lord.
Because the dude had this crossbow on his hand.
Yep. And I was like, I didn't think they actually gonna really do it. They actually show a hand dismember. Wow.
And then they get into this little fight, and eventually she goes and grabs the arm and kills him with his own arm.
That's some Kill Bill shit. What type of Kill Bill shit are we doing?
Shoots him right in the fucking head.
Right.
With the crossbow.
Right with the head. Oh, that's some funny shit.
Like I said, this was great. It was gory.
No.
I was like, I love this.
Like, we were starting off with a bang of goriness already. So, okay.
They then, eventually she runs off and she hides.
Right.
At that point, the original guy
with the most kills
runs into Man-Thing.
Right.
The guy that has the most kills runs into Man-Thing.
Right.
Tells Ted that he's trying to get
him out of here. It was a very friendly conversation too. Damn.
Right. And Ted's understanding of the things that he said.
Right, he understands. That's crazy.
And he understands Ted when Ted talks.
Which, yeah, it's like it really reminds like Iron Groot. Like I'm like, how do y'all? Sure, I guess. Right.
Yeah, he talks in grunts.
Yeah,
I understood some of them.
Right.
Like there's one where it's like, okay.
Right, they caught that. Ted.
But then as he starts being chased by somebody, when he's trying to figure out where he's gonna blow a hole in the wall to get Man-Thing out. And he gets chased into this crypt and he shuts the door. And as he's shutting the door, Elsa's in there.
Right.
And she's like, no, don't. And then like he shuts the door.
It locks.
And it locks behind him, and there's no way to get out at first. Obviously there will be, but we'll get there.
Right.
And they have this conversation. He helps tie off the blood loss that she's got from her leg being cut.
Because this story was kind of like a help me help you situation. Right.
And they both decide to help each other because he says he doesn't want the bloodstone. He just wants to get his friend out. Right. So if she helps him get his friend out, he'll get the bloodstone to her.
Because he had this is weird because Man-Thing had the bloodstone, but
on his back.
So was there two blood? No, it wasn't. I thought they had two. Okay.
No, there's only one.
Yeah, it's only because he showed it like on his back. I thought he showed it like in front, but yeah, it was on his back. So okay. Okay.
So then she remembers, because she's in the family. They're in the family crypt.
Right.
And she remembers the story of one of her aunts thinking that, or great grandmothers, or whoever it was.
Right. Somebody
was constantly thinking she was going to come back to life from the dead. So she was buried with a key on her to get out of the crypt.
Which that was.
So Elsa remembered that.
Something.
Broke in, got the
right,
key
and got
out,
the key.
Was handing like
and got like a
over.
chain thing too, like some type of throwing chain thing that she was able she got that too. So I was like, okay.
And they get out the crypt.
Yep.
And at this point, they continue on their quest to find where they were going. He accidentally triggers the bomb.
Yeah, he triggered.
He's
I said, why did he do that?
He's like, how do you set this thing? And he turns it, and it starts to beep.
Like
so they both take off running.
They just take off.
And he'd explained to her, "You go find my friend. His name is Ted. Call him Ted. Tell him that you're helping me, and you'll be fine."
Ted. And then meanwhile, so this is how the skies do cover because we all thought he dipped out. No, he was actually the one chasing her, and that's when they kind of show back up.
Right.
And did some energy shit. I don't even know what.
He grabs him and he melts and it disappears. It was really cool.
Yeah, I guess. Because I know that's a word for that. I'm like, bro, he would grab and then you're done.
He finds the crack in the wall that
Elsa
told him about, and he is so dumb. He's like throwing it at the wall. It's not sticking.
Really?
He holds it up to the wall, sticks it on the wall. As he walks away, it falls down. He finally gets it into the crack. Now, while this is going on, she runs into Ted.
Yep.
And he's about to kill her.
And he's the rampage.
And then she's like, Ted.
She's like, Ted?
I'm working with so-and-so. We're going to get you out of here. Ooh. Okay.
Right, because I said he got to approach him almost like a pet in a way, because he's just scared. He's ready. He ready to start. Everybody, you know what? He probably could have sold his goddamn whole entire village if he wanted, or whatever they were doing.
Right. So after that's done, she runs and gets to the guy just as the wall finally explodes.
Right, like timed it perfectly.
And her and Man-Thing run through, and she stops, and Man-Thing keeps going.
Oh yeah, because he saw freedom.
And he gets out the gate.
So she had to use the slingshot to get that.
He stops for a second and looks around, and he stops just long enough
for her to
use this
metal grab that she got from the coffin. And then
think of a hook shot from Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
And she throws it. It grabs
and it timed perfectly.
His back, and she yanks it. It comes off. It lands on the ground. At this point, that's when the stepmom shows up with all the other hunters that are still alive.
Oh, you forgot one more thing though, man. Remember, he was trying to pick up the.
That didn't happen yet. That happened after everybody showed up.
Oh, it did? Oh, I thought it happened before they showed up.
Everybody shows up, so he rushes to grab it.
Right, and then poof, he gets repelled.
It repels off of him.
So that means
him.
shit. He's a monster.
And she walks up and grabs it and goes, "Oh, so the Bloodstone did this to you."
Right.
She's like, "So that must mean you're a monster." And she looks over at Elsa and says, "And you helped the other monster escape?"
A monster? Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie. That was probably the most coldest. She's a bitch. That was like, how do you feel helping a monster with a monster? Damn. Hey, yo. Hey, she evil, bruh.
Right.
Shit.
So then.
Get blasted. Damn.
So then she grabs him.
Oh, yeah, grab them all.
They stun her. They stun Elsa.
Oh, stun, yeah.
And we kind of fade to black. And then the next scene, we see Elsa in this cage with the guy. And everybody comes in wearing robes and masks.
Yeah, because they were talking about saying oh, I'm good, I'm me because it's not 5 days. And this bitch said, hey, Elsa said, yo, you been hit by that bloodstone. It's gonna be 5 seconds. He went, huh?
Right.
He had a panic attack. He had a snipper and everything.
But yeah, so they come in with all their robes.
And they rolled up.
And the stepmom takes her stuff off and she holds the bloodstone up and starts chanting.
Yeah, some weird chant.
And the guy looks at her and says, "Never break eye contact with me." Exactly. And he starts sniffing her, and she's like, "What are you doing?"
Right.
And he's like, "I'm making sure I know who you are." She's like, "Have you ever done this before?"
He's
like, "One time."
And I said, "Well, goodbye, Elsa." I thought on everything, I get it. Elsa Bloodstone. I swear, I thought this was going to be the end of Elsa Bloodstone. I thought either maybe the mom was going to kill her, or the wolf was going to get her, because I didn't know where this was going. I really didn't know where this was going. Honestly, I promise you, man. But yeah.
So. At that point, she finally finishes her incantation. The Bloodstone shoots out this ray into him. And he transforms into a werewolf.
And what I can describe as good cinematography.
This is one of the coolest moments in the episode, where all these guys are going through and shocking him with these taser poles.
Right, because it grabbed the stepmom.
And
I was going to lose an arm.
Yeah, at first he grabbed the stepmom, pulled her into the cage.
Bro, I thought she was going to lose an arm.
I did too.
I was ready for that arm to be gone.
But she got pulled away, and they all start shocking him with their things. And at this point, this is where we see the scene from the trailer where Elsa's
like,
up against the
this,
cage, freaking the fuck out.
Even though Nick said you could have just... I feel like Nick should have been in that movie. We sit through Nick and they'd be like,
just crawl the fuck out.
Crawl the fuck out. Just crawl the fuck out, bitch. What you doing?
But the camera pans back because there's all this smoke.
And I didn't even see what he was.
I looked at Kat and I said he went into the floor, which wasn't what happened.
No, because I didn't even see where he was.
As they pan back, you see that the top of the cage has this opening where he busted out.
Right.
And at this point, you're like, oh, shit's about to get real.
Because I'm like, where is he? And I did jump a little bit. I jumped because I was like, where? And oh my God. Because he was hiding? Damn, he blended. Bro, black and white, he blended with darkness. I didn't even see his ass.
So
I didn't see him, bro, until he jumped. Oh my God.
So he starts taking out all the guards.
Barely convinced. Bro, right in the station.
Elsa manages to get out. And she starts taking on the first... there's only 2 hunters left.
Yep, 2 hunters.
At this point.
It was the black dude and the David Bowie dude.
It's the blade you order from Wish.
Right. Yep.
And...
yeah, that was Blade. It looked like a Blade Wish person.
And the lady, the super pale lady.
Yeah, she was pale.
And... Dude,
these death scenes were cold.
The coolest death scene.
Which one you like? Which one was the best one though? I know they both were good. Which one?
The Witch Blade.
The Witch Blade. Woo!
So Elsa gets into a fight with this guy, and they both have swords.
Yep.
And they kind of do this thing where they have a short 5-second
right.
Sword
but it was like a little take. That was weird.
She sticks her sword into the ground. Kicks his knee.
Right.
He falls forward, his neck just on top of the blade, and she pulls the fucking blade.
Like starting a lawnmower.
Slits his throat. I was like, bruh.
Starting a lawnmower.
Wrecked him.
He went like, oh, he's iced. Mine was the David Bowie one because he went fop and then fop. I was like, oh my God.
And then
like,
the fight with the really pale lady
was cool. I saw that.
Was a little bit more of a challenging fight for her.
Yeah, no, because I look like you gotta make it more challenging here. Come on, even though we don't know these people, they gotta make at least one of them more kind of gym leader-esque type way. Which, hey, that death was cold too. She went fop and then she turned around, headshot, night. Oh, okay. Please, we need more gore, man. I need more like that shit.
So, she eventually beats her, by the way, Ralph had mentioned.
Oh, yeah. Cleared.
At this point, the werewolf is being pinned down.
Yeah.
With the bloodstone by the stepmom.
Right.
Elsa, again, uses that chain hook thing. Shoots it out, grabs the bloodstone from her and yanks it, which leaves her vulnerable.
Right.
But the werewolf is laying on the ground.
Yeah, he's already been
fucked up.
Yeah, he's been hit like multiple times by that bloodstone. So like in the corner.
The stepmom turns around and starts, you're a disgrace to this family.
You know what? That's on my gripe. I wish I had seen that fight. I know they want to speed it up, but I wish I've seen that little fight. I wanted to see that. But that's my own little gripe there. I wish I've seen more of that fight. But I like the next part scenes go too. But yeah.
She's like, you're a disgrace to this family, and just starts talking mad shit. And during this, the werewolf gets up and flees.
Yeah, because at the whole point, he was just wanting to leave. He just wanted to leave.
And we see Man-Thing pop
out of
nowhere, crashes through
down,
the roof.
Like what the hell?
Grabs stepmom.
And she just didn't know what to do. She was just scared as shit.
And does the same thing to her that he did to
the big guy,
the big Scottish Irish,
big Irish dude. Yep. Dude, we forgot. We thought he left.
She melted, vanished, disappeared.
Which that was crazy. He just.
At which point Ted looks at her and she's like, "Oh, he went out that way," and he's like, "Oh, okay." And he turns around and he walks out. The butler comes up.
I thought she was gonna kill the butler. I was ready for that death too. Why? See, that's another great. I wish things happen. Like she loses an arm, butler dies. I was ready for it.
And the butler walks up. He's like,
I'm just here to serve you.
I'm just here to serve you, man.
Yeah.
And she goes, good. You can start off by cleaning all this
shit up.
Alright, she sits down. Now,
that's a good line.
When she sits down, she looks at the bloodstone.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, you see her shirt become red.
Everything starts going back in the color.
They didn't go full color
Not
with
full,
this part.
yeah, not yet, but
Just her shirt.
yeah.
As she's sitting there looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it pans over, and we see it's the next morning.
Yep.
Where there's like a record player and a tent.
And it's playing Dorothy.
And a bunch of other things. And Man-Thing's sitting there.
Playing cards
with himself.
So you know he's intelligent. Let's know that part.
And that's when the werewolf guy walks out of the tent, and he looks at him. And they have a conversation, which is hard to tell what they say, because...
Like, he's asking, I think he might ask, like, is he hungry? Or how are you? Are you okay? Are you hungry? He said, yeah, but I'll take some... I think sushi? I think he wanted some sushi.
I don't remember what it was. But
it was a small conversation,
This part is in full color.
Yep.
And it ends with them sitting there together, basically having a conversation.
Right.
And that's it.
That's it.
That's how it ends. I was hoping for some sort of post-credit scene. I
got so pissed. I was like,
maybe a Elsa will return, like everything else.
We didn't get that either.
That didn't happen.
So we don't know where this is at. I mean, it's in MCU, but where? Where in this timeline? Like, I mean, I guess this is anywhere, I guess. Because it's not 616. It's somewhere.
Now, this is where some of my complaints are. And again, it's not with anything that happened really in the episode. My first complaint is with Elsa herself.
Okay. Huh.
It being in black and white, it's hard to tell what they did with her as a character in terms of color coordination and what she wears, which is fine.
Right.
But due to the hues and the things that were used, you can definitely tell whoever the actress is that's playing did not have red hair.
Okay, that's all. You know, that's what I was going to
That is a staple of Elsa Bloodstone's look.
Because of red hair. That's what I was going to say. Well, she may not have red hair.
And I was hoping when the Bloodstone put the red on her outfit,
the red hair,
it was going to turn everything in color and you're going to see her with red hair, but it only did her shirt. So there's still no telling if she's got red hair. Maybe they're making it a darker red hair, but it's a very bright, vibrant, orangish red.
Right, it's supposed to be very bright. Okay.
Right. So that's a very minor complaint. If she ends up being a brunette, that's fine. That's not like a make or break for me. I just wish they would keep her looking the way she at least somewhat does in the comics. Right. My only true complaint, again, this was so good.
Right.
I want more.
My parents thought it was going to be a series, but I said, no, it's a one-off.
I either was hoping now that this was I wish it was a full series.
My parents, they thought it was supposed to be a series, but I said, no, it's a one-off.
Or I now want something in this darker universe to happen sooner. Like, the soonest thing we've got coming is Blade in, 2 years?
Yeah. Yeah, I need something else.
I kind of feel bad for Mahershala Ali because, like, he's ready to do this, and Marvel's...
Yeah, he's actually ready to go and actually ready to, like, do it. But now they're, like, more delays. Like, what the... Because he's ready to do this, actually, so...
But no.
We didn't get a post-credit.
I'm afraid it's going to be, 2-3 years before we see Elsa back in the thing again.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready for this part of Marvel. This is the Marvel I want now.
Right.
Like, it's cool. I like the other superhero stuff, you know.
It's like, hey, you'll give us a taste, but that's it, man.
We're getting more than that. We're getting Black Panther. We're getting more Guardians. We're getting more other stuff.
Hell, we didn't even give Avengers shit.
We're getting more Avengers stuff, and that's all cool. But I am now personally ready for the darker side of Marvel. Right. I am ready. And again, if they do black and white for Marvel Zombies, I'm ready for that.
Oh, I'll watch it.
I'm ready for all of the horror-ish aspects of Marvel to finally start coming in.
They can get down there like that, like with Dracula. Like when he talked about Dracula, I said yes, because my person's like, Dracula Marvel character, yes. Well, because I know they still had the black and white, whatever.
Dracula's in every.
Well, he's everywhere, but he's been used in Marvel comics a couple times here and there. So yeah, you can. Yeah, you can really get down and gruesome. Don't they got has Marvel made their own Frankenstein?
I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah.
Other than those things, and again, one of them is just because of how good it was. It was so good, I want more.
Yeah. Of anything. Give me something in that dark universe then.
And it's a complaint in the vein of, I mean, that's how things you enjoy should be. If you enjoy something so much, you should want more.
Right.
And this is the first time I've legit gotten that feeling. That you wanted more. Really wanting more of something from Marvel since probably Infinity War or Endgame.
I was going to say Avengers, yeah.
And it's not to... Well, no, I guess I did have that same feeling after Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi, I was...
What about Civil War? No.
That was before Infinity War, huh?
No, I said like, would you have the same feeling about you wanted more? I thought maybe like Captain America Civil War.
I said since. So
Since,
like
you
the
said
last
since.
time
I caught that.
happened.
My bad. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But no, yeah, This is again. I was so excited at the end of this. I was like, I need more. I need more of this.
And now, like you said, we may never see this shit. It's like 2026 out this bitch.
Right. There's no telling how long it's going to be before.
Right, because it was supposed to be coming soon, but it's delayed, and I think it's still delayed. I looked up some new news. That's what I said. One news I was gonna say. I think they still have the Blade thing still in delay. Like they don't know where to find a director at. So I'm like, oh okay, well, fuck. Guess we can get that going.
Go ahead and hire whoever did this. I'm just saying.
Oh man, put Blade black and white. Oh my god, like could you have seen that shit black and white?
But yeah, so
That should be interesting.
I liked it.
Yeah, no, I told you like.
So with that being said, Ralphus,
I give it 9 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
The only reason I can't give it a 10,
I can't do it either.
I'm only taking half a point off, literally because of the red hair. It's just half a point.
Mine is I wish I wanted more. Because not just more like more stuff in the universe. I was like, damn, this is 55 minutes. That bitch felt short. I was like, no, I wanted more. And then of course the fight scenes, like I love the fight scenes, but I just wish I had saw more fight between. Like you still could have the swamp thing. Damn, I'm thinking DC. Goddamn, they both look almost identical to each other. You could have had the Man Thing situation come down, but it could have been. I would rather have seen that fight between the stepmom versus, because the way how they were building it up to like now, to only be taken up by a Man Thing. I was like, damn. I mean that was cool, but kind of a letdown for me. But overall, 9 out of 10 without any hesitation. This overall story. So yeah,
you know what I didn't do?
You didn't make it. You didn't make a thing for it.
No, I did.
Yeah, oh, okay.
I did that last night.
Okay.
At work. I didn't reopen it up and get it ready again.
But who knows? They might make more Halloween shit. Like that's a rewatch all day. I can rewatch that all day.
Where's the presentation mode? Then we scroll down. Drag this up. All right.
I got Doug in my head.
So, as you can see, we now have the screen up, if you're watching on YouTube, of tiering this. We both gave it a 9.
Yeah.
Pretty much. My 9.5 doesn't change anything. It's still pretty much just a 9.
That's going to be an S rank? No, it's going to be an A. Because which ones are S rank? I haven't done. What only two we got for S rank?
Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh, fuck. Yes, it is. Amen.
This definitely goes in the A rank for us.
Oh, yes, it does.
It was so damn good.
I'm going to watch that like a few more times. Even during Halloween, I'm going to watch it because it's a Halloween special. That is it.
I loved it. And it definitely helps that this is more in the vein of things I typically enjoy anyways. I'm a horror fan. And it definitely had the horror side of it. And not necessarily it wasn't like a horror movie. You didn't go into it and get scared watching it.
Right, I even told my coworker,
but
because she don't like the scary shit. I'm like, you're going to like it. It's still a Marvel S type by MCU thing. But she's like, I don't do the horror. I'm like, okay, it's not a bad thing. Like you can watch it. Like it's not like you're not gonna watch. It's not like Michael Myers or Jason out here. It's just it's more of it has fighting. It really looks more action in a way still. Like it still keeps the action going. So
right.
But oh well.
But yeah, so it gets thrown in the A ranking. This next episode that we're gonna be watching, or the next episode that comes out for this will be out in a day or two. We're about to, after we're done recording this, we're gonna be recording our She-Hulk,
which I found that good too.
Episode 8. Review.
It's sad because it's probably the best one.
Next week, we'll be covering the season finale for She-Hulk. And then when the season finale's done, we'll be tiering that. And then the week after that, we'll be covering the last 5 episodes of Iron Man, the original 94 animated series.
You said we'll tier that bitch too.
And then we're going to be tiering that.
And then we go back to the...
We'll see what happens there. But
because he knows what. I might just pull something stupid.
I also draw another Spider-Man movie.
And it's going to be It's going to be the Chinese, or the Chinese Asian one, the one where he was like like power up like a like Spider-Man.
I was gonna say we've covered almost everything from Spider-Man except for we haven't done the two Amazings yet.
We had the two Amazings, we have the Spectacular, and the original. Yeah, but we covered majority of it.
Well, we've covered Far From Home, No Way Home.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we've covered the Homecoming yet.
Oh, when he first came back, damn. No, we have not. Which, that was okay. What was worth, that was okay. For his first coming back as Spider-Man, oh, I respect that. And I think I even said it. Damn, it took 10 fucking years, but thank you. Thank you so much. Literally, thank you.
Right.
I gotta be damn near 30. I wish I was back when I was 4. Be like, hey, MCU, yeah. Or, because Spider-Man came, I was like 8 years old and shit. I'm like, yay. It's alright. I wait 20 years. It's fine.
Now, I have a complaint with Marvel in general.
Okay.
Disney Marvel. And it's, I feel they didn't promote this enough.
Right. They didn't promote it enough at all. They did one trailer, that was it.
They did the one trailer.
That was
that
it.
they back-to-backed with Secret Wars.
Right.
Secret Wars? Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion. There we
go. And then that was it.
Right.
They haven't been putting out a lot of promo.
It's like, I don't know why they're doing that.
And I really feel like...
But they're up at Wakanda Forever, which is fine.
A lot of people are going to miss this.
Yeah.
Because they don't know it's there.
I might put that on my TikTok and say, hey, go watch this shit, y'all. If you have seen it, please. It's not bad. It's really fucking good, man.
Really fucking good.
It really is.
But alright, so with that being said, we will see you guys in the next episode. We love y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. And
Excelsior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
See you next episode. Next episode, guys. We're going. She-Hulk. We're doing this.